Hey guys, this is Fire from InDepth Gaming, bringing you another game review. This time we're checking out Sweet Witches. This game was published by Dragus Games SA and developed by Lumen Section and releases on October 30th, 2020 for a price of $9.99. But if you want to pick the game up a little early, before it comes out, you can actually save $2 and get the game for $7.99. So what is Sweet Wishes? We're going to boot the game up here on a new account. We've been playing it on another couple alt accounts, kind of progressing. We just want to kind of show a fresh start to the game. So you'll first boot up in story. You can play the game either by yourself or locally co-op with you and a friend. There is also a versus mode for up to 4 players to kind of just fight each other throughout various modes, trying to just complete levels. But yeah, we're going to dive really into what the game's heart is the story mode. There's over 50 levels in 5 different worlds throughout the game, and you can play either custom, adventure, or arcade mode. Keep in mind you will need to beat all the game modes to get all the achievements. This is not a super quick achievement completion game, but you can do it. You'll choose either Praline or Vanille. Sorry, I struggle to pronounce the game. Character names, but you know, sometimes it's a little hard to say. So the sense of what Sweet Witches is you're trying to basically plant flowers. The evil two arch enemies there don't like candy, they don't like cute things, they hate anything adorable for the most part. So they're basically destroying the world. You have to go in and try to help eliminate and take out all the enemies and really bring good back into the world. So diving into the game here, we'll start here on stage 2. So the game is actually fairly simple for what the controls are. You run over these little green grassy areas, you can generate a ladder, and also try not to die from enemies. As you progress, you'll speed your way through, but you're trying to ultimately just plant flowers on all the areas. And as you plant all the flowers, you'll start to complete the levels. One thing that's a really cool mechanic is you can actually kind of generate a little pseudo ladder to help navigate you around. So you have the stationary ladders in game, as well as different attacks you can get by getting these little boxes that give you pseudo power-ups, such as these balloon bombs that can kill you. So you got to be cautious sometimes, but you can get a couple different, type of effects to combat against the enemies in the world as you try to just navigate around and plant all the flowers. It can be, like I said, a little challenging and tedious. Navigating the rounds, you will fail off and on a little bit, but for the most part, it's a fun little simple game. There's nothing really too complex in the mechanics of the game, outside of you're just trying to plant all the flowers. Like, it's not anything overcomplicated. The controls for the game, if we go here to how to play, they're actually really simple, and the game does a neat little cute art style showing you really how to play. You generate slime ladders, you can lick and attack enemies. Certain ones you can't kill, so you can kind of stun like the little brown goo guys, slime guys that are going around. And then it's fairly simple in that aspect, and the game does a pretty good job at explaining how to play throughout, so you shouldn't feel too overwhelmed in that regard. As far as, extensive playability, you can kind of see for the most part what the game offers. It's just climb around, plant flowers, avoid enemies, and go on from there forth. But yeah, as far as the art style, it is a cute little adorable game. It's nothing too super complex, and the music that really fits the game, I feel like it's kind of a pseudo like, ooh, can you do it in time kind of vibe for the game, at least when I've played, and I really kind of enjoyed that. It is quite interesting trying to dodge everything without quite getting yourself killed, and if you are one of those people who like to kind of speed run things a little bit, it's fun to figure out how to navigate and do that as well. You'll have a little life counter, which you can see on the right side of the screen. Once you get hit so many times, you'll die. So it is kind of, it's not a one and done game. It's try to get as much done as you can with the lives that you have and continue progressing through the levels. A lot of the levels are extremely diverse in the game. You'll have to dodge some pretty comical enemies throughout. So as you go around collecting these special power-ups, I would encourage you to try to target the more dangerous, lethal enemies, so to speak. So try to be a little mindful, like the little frog, turtle, gecko, lizard guy here that's trying to kill us. Also, don't forget to not walk into your own trap. And it's very easy to kill yourself and lose track of things, especially when there's a lot going on the screen. If you do die, you will have to progress all the way back at the kind of start of the pseudo levels that you've been progressing on, but it's nothing too super complex. You might get yourself stuck a little bit throughout playing the game, but nothing that's going to be like completely undoable. Like I said, the achievements aren't overly complicated in the game. You'll just have to kind of put some time into the game nonetheless, which isn't going to be too super hard. It's just, it's a little bit of a grind if you want to do all the achievements. As far as recommending this game, this is definitely a more children's style game. If you're, looking for the next great FPS game, this isn't really your game, but if you're looking for a good game for the kids, especially with COVID quarantine and all that coming around, and that's rather super inexpensive for the most part, I would definitely recommend picking up Sweet Witches. It's a nice little gameplay session game as you try to, hopefully curb the time of COVID, especially with you and your family and everybody looking out for some games that are coming out. It's not a game, that I'm going to say, you have to be like a little kid to play it. It's pretty fun for what it is. It's a little unique in the way it kind of approaches things, and it's got a really kind of cute and adorable little story to the game. Nonetheless, it's one of those to each their own. But yeah, guys, this is Sweet Witches. It'll be out here in just a few days. If you want to check it out for yourself, I encourage you to pick the game up when it comes out. It's really rather inexpensive. It's $8 right now, especially if you want to get in early. Aside from that, guys, if you have any questions about the game, let us know down in the comments. If this review is helpful, give this game a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out and continue to bring great content to you guys. Aside from that, you all have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time. We'll go ahead and try to complete this series of levels so you can kind of finish with us. But yeah, have a great day, guys. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about the game, like we said, let us know down in the comments, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and check out the game when it comes out here in just a few days.